welcome back to the show. I'm Dave Heath, and we are here to help you tech better. Here with me, as always, Mr. Dave Baylor.
Hello there, my friend. You sounded a
Hello.
little weird there for a second, but I
Yeah,
think
you got super loud in my headphones, but we are live.
you're looking good and sharp and clear though, so that's nice.
Yes, I am trying something different to all of our listeners out there. I am not using my 16-inch awesome MacBook Pro to stream. I am streaming through an HP Windows 11 machine, trying something different. So,
So that means it'll probably go terrible and crash halfway through.
yes, we will see.
Do you have a
I,
backup camera?
I do. I could get joined in on the. Uh, wow, what is going on here? I
What's
do
the
not
matter?
like YouTube Studio. I'm trying to. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I'm seeing the wrong things. But yeah, I decided since we last week I was having some CPU issues, which should not be the case on this computer. But I had I have an HP Windows box running under my desk at all times, so I figured let's try that, and so far so good.
Hmm.
And I'm also using a microphone. I switching it all up. We were getting too smooth with things.
I
It
thought
was
that
time to
you needed
break.
to do um, make one change at a time
Yes.
when you do troubleshoot things and
I
change
had
things.
that thought this afternoon, and then I was like, I'm going to change like three or four things today.
Hmm.
So, but
Well,
that that's how we roll.
well, before we continue, I want to acknowledge, did you move? Did you get an office?
Ah,
Where are you?
I am in Dr. RAP VHS has joined us in the live chat on YouTube. Said the camera looks a little bit better on Nate's end this time, although there's a bit of a hiss when he talks. Not super distracting, but it's there.
Okay.
So apparently, my new microphone, I changed too many things. So yes, I
You
am
did.
using OBS with a green screen as I have a couple times before, and created an image, a background image with Midjourney. So that is a AI generated image. I blurred it a little bit, and the amazing thing that for whatever reason my mustache seems to be working with the green screen, which is a rarity.
That
So
technology has come so far. I
yeah,
mean, it looks absolutely real on my end.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, if I wanted to get a little more realistic with the light, like coming from the window,
Yeah.
I could do that. I guess if I move fast, it might get a little herky jerky there. But
Oh, yeah,
um,
that's a trick.
hey, Dave, did it is April 16th, my brother's birthday? But did you get your taxes done?
I did, and I
I
didn't
guess
even
that's a
do it.
question I should have checked in before the show, so I didn't. Ooh, there it is.
There's the water I spilled 2 minutes before the
Oh,
show. Got on
nice.
some of it. That made me happy. Yeah, I actually finished in enough time to eat dinner with my family and watch a television program. I wasn't up till 11:59
Nice.
doing them. So, what about you? Did you finish your taxes?
Yes, I got them mostly done Friday, everything in TurboTax, and then with my business, I was like, I'm going to give myself the weekend to think things through, make sure I didn't miss anything, and then hit submit yesterday, and they
You
got
did
approved.
You did say a swear word, TurboTax. I'm very
Yes,
sorry that you had to
yes,
deal with that. Um,
I know.
you know where it's at? It's Free Tax USA.
Free Tax USA.
I paid $14 for the state. That's it.
Wow.
I didn't. I had a small business with itemized transactions. Standard deduction was bigger than my things. Anyway, it's not like TurboTax where it's like, oh, it looks like you're doing something complicated. We better charge you more for that. You'll have to
Yeah,
buy the $1,000 version
yeah,
for that. It just
yes.
let me do
And
everything. It was wonderful.
we've used TurboTax for well, since we've been married,
Hmm.
and so that is getting closer to 20 years. And so it's just comfort. And then with my business, I like the questions I ask. But remind me next year to try Free Text USA. But you mentioned, expenses and that kind of stuff. Well, one thing I do, a little pro tip, is I go to Amazon, and you used to just be able to download like a CSV file of your last year's transactions, but I downloaded all of my Amazon order history,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and I was looking through it.
Did you did the lights dim?
Yeah, yes, yes, they did. But Dave, I was looking back, and it showed me my original purchases, my first ever purchase on Amazon, and
Okay.
I'm opening up the spreadsheet now, was on July 14th, 2001.
Wow.
23 years ago was my first purchase on Amazon back when they were mostly books. And I was going to have you guess, but we don't have 100 years for you to try to guess. It
Mustache
was,
wax.
it was a book called From Gutterballs to Strikes, Correcting 101 Common Bowling Errors.
Why would you want that? Do
I,
you
I
bowl a
was into
lot?
bowling for a while. My second purchase was The Simpsons season one on DVD,
Nice.
which I still have. Now, the crazy thing, my third ever purchase, those were both in July of 2001. In 2004, on April 16th, so exactly 20 years ago, was my third purchase. So I went away for 3 years, and then I came back to Amazon in 2004, and that was a movie called Step into Liquid, which was a Christian surfing movie. I bought a DVD. So,
Step into liquid.
yes, I have it
Who?
still. You can borrow it.
I
But
don't.
Brian Jennings is the surfer out of California
I
that
don't
was.
agree with the title. They need to
Yes.
workshop that a little bit better.
Yes, but so enough about my Amazon history, but I will scroll all the way to the bottom. Through February 5th, in this spreadsheet, there are 1,299 lines. You're welcome, Jeff Bezos.
That's a
That's a lot of
lot.
words. But yeah, so I just thought that was crazy. My third item after a 3 year break was 20 years ago today,
Hmm.
which is just wild. But
That's crazy.
en- enough about that. But Dave,
Yeah,
my hat's on backwards still.
it is.
And
And you don't have the headset to
I
get your
know
mic.
did you see me? I went to go to lift up the headset. I've got in-ear monitors in, but you're you're going to be confused here because I never repeat a trucker hat.
Okay. What do we
And
got
the only
here?
problem with my new mic is it's the 2006 Western Pennsylvania Church of the Nazarene Men's Fellowship. And you might
Yes, you
go,
had another one.
yeah, you're going. We talked about that, Chris Kent. So I actually want to wear this one to hopefully get Chris Kent back into the chat. It's been a while since we've seen you, buddy. But this, I found this in another box. I was able to rescue a couple more boxes of hats from the garage,
Okay.
and I was like,
Rescue.
"Oh, I know that hat. I already wore one of those." Dave, Dave. I've got the collection.
Oh,
2005
oh
is
my
the
word.
one I wore before. That one's hitting the green screen. And
Yeah.
2006
I
is
love how they didn't change the design or color.
nope, nope.
They
They
just
just
changed one number.
yeah,
Excellent. Maybe the
yes.
fonts are a little
Really,
different.
one might just be more faded. No idea where I got these, but I have two of them in my collection that were in separate boxes.
You probably bought a box of bulk
Yeah,
netback hats, and it was just there was a whole collection in there. Some
yeah.
grandpa died somewhere, and there's the
In
hats.
Western Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
and gave it away. But yeah, so our main topic for today,
Mm-hmm.
I was I've been teasing it. I came up with a new acronym, and we wanted to talk about spring cleaning. We usually do one of these episodes, but we wanted to do a little more extensive one, and I wanted to come up with a nice, clever acronym that would help you remember things to think about when you're doing your digital spring cleaning. And that acronym is P.F.A.N.T.S.
Yeah.
P.F.A.N.T.S.
What does P.F.A.N.T.S. mean?
P.F.A.N.T.S. That's the acronym. It rolls off the tongue. There's a PF at the beginning. There's two S's at the end.
I don't like
But
I don't like thinking this hard for
yes.
acronyms.
So what we're going to talk about when we want to think about cleaning is the physical,
Oh,
files, apps, notifications, time, subscriptions, and security. So that's your P.F.A.N.T.S.
P.F.A.N.T.S.
Uh,
Excellent.
Yeah, you'll never forget it now. At least if you remember pants, you'll get most of them. But you know, much like we were talking about last week with your digital footprint and just trying to erase yourself, like technology has taken over so many parts of our lives, and it is good to be mindful of just the clutter. One of the things Chelsea and I are trying to do, and Isla, in our house is just declutter some things and think
Yeah.
through what do we need? How can our house be more pleasant to be in,
Hmm.
which is going to be a long process, especially with my stuff. But I thought we would go through this, and it's another thing with an acronym that we want to think through as we're doing this is the holistic cost.
Oh, yes. I recall you saying that we'd be using that.
Yeah.
Now, while the jingle's playing, why couldn't I'm still going about this acronym. Why couldn't you have gone with F.P.A.N.T.S. or
It's
SF Pants?
it's mostly the reason why I thought of doing it that way was my daughter. She's a fan of dinosaurs, as most kids are, and most adults. We were
Yeah,
actually at
I'm a
OMSI and saw
huge
their
fan.
latest T Rex exhibit, but the pterodactyl, I always remind her it's pterodactyl because there's the
Hmm.
PT at the beginning.
Are the
So,
yeah hmm. PF? I guess there are words like Pfeiffer that have PF.
yes, Pfizer. I thought about trying to make it into Pfizer, but that was too much of a stretch. But, anyways, the holistic cost, as you're thinking through all this different clutter, you have to think about the terms of the holistic cost,
Oh, okay.
which are
Yeah, show us the
maybe
terms. Okay, that's enough on the jingle.
yes.
The terms
So
are
terms,
TERMS.
yes. Do you remember any of them? I'm trying to make sure that I do.
Um, Teletubbies. No,
Yes.
no, I don't know.
It is time, energy, results, money, and satisfaction. So those are five different elements. Whenever you're making a decision, you can think through those and see, okay, how does this really weigh out?
I can't
Um,
get one of those. Satisfaction.
yes. So our first area of P.F.A.N.T.S. is the physical area. So, and we talk about this all the time. Like, how do you get rid of stuff? Like Chelsea and I, we don't want to just throw stuff away. We'd like to see somebody get use out of
Yeah, it's a
it.
waste.
Do you donate it? Do you try to sell it? And for me, that's something. It's like the selling. It's like, oh, I could get $20 for that, but how much time and energy is it going to take me to list it on Facebook Marketplace or eBay, and then have somebody come over? And then Chelsea was selling something the other day, and the guy was going to come, but she wasn't there, so I was going to help him, and then his car was having trouble. Just all this time and energy you spend. So I'm really trying to think as I go through stuff. It's like, can I just donate this stuff? It'll get to somebody good. And so I was going to warn you and producer Todd, be careful at the bins. You might be seeing a lot of my stuff coming through there. But yeah, so donate, sell, or throw away. Now, one thing I have finally brought myself to do. I had probably 20 of those. What are they? About 6-inch USB A to USB C cables, just the cheapo cables that come with every little gadget.
Hmm.
I'm like, I don't want anybody to even have those. We're just going to put those in the garbage. Like, they're not a very helpful cable. But I have some boxes of stuff that we are very lucky here in or near Sherwood, Oregon, to have my good friends at LV Electronics
Yeah.
Recycling, which I go maybe every couple weeks. Like I'll take old computers from clients. I've got stuff that I find in the garage, and I'll just go take it. And every time, with a smile, they've got a little cart out front. They'll help you unload it. They'll take most computer stuff. They do charge you for TVs, and they can't take like batteries or freons type stuff.
Yeah.
But look in your area for electronics recycling option. But yeah, that we just so much stuff. Like, and Dave, I know you and I, we both have so many stinking cables and
What
everything.
if I donate my stuff to you and you donate your stuff to me, and then we won't have to buy new things? We'll have, oh, I got something new here.
Yes, the problem is we both already have everything the other person has.
That's true.
Uh, but I did get some new bins to organize the Costco bins, very similar to the ones you have,
Hmm.
just to start sorting stuff out. I've got one for all my koozies, which I have a lot more koozies than I thought I
What in the
did.
world? Why do you need koozies? But yeah, I get mine from uh, the Container Store because I like the size. It's the shoe box. But here, that with a label maker,
Yeah.
rechargeable portable batteries. I've got dozens of these boxes full of various items. So,
Yes. Yes. So, and I did have a little bonus on the physical area. Now, if there is something that you are needing, there's a lot of people around that are doing spring cleaning. So keep
hmm
your eye on like Facebook Marketplace or OfferUp and see, if there's something specific you're looking for, it might come up there. Not you or I, Dave. We don't need any more stuff. But for other people, if there's something like a camera or something like that, keep an eye out because now's a good time of year for people to want to part with their things, and you can sometimes get a deal.
yeah, totally.
One other
Okay,
thing,
we've covered P of our
yes, yes,
PFANTSS.
that was a big one. So one other part of P is if you're keeping stuff, might be just time to clean stuff. Like previous pick of the week, the Whoosh. They make the stuff. This is the stuff that Apple uses for
Mm-hmm.
cleaning screens and computers and stuff. But do a little dusting. One thing, if you've got a phone case on, my dad always he does a bunch of woodworking stuff. Every once in a while, he'll take his phone case off, and it's just like wood chips jammed in there.
Yeah.
Like, clean up a little bit. So that was the last thing on physical. Next up, files. I mean, we know this. Delete, organize, archive. We talk about this all the time. Go through your downloads folder. You can free up some space on your hard drive or just find some stuff. Just take some
Yet
time.
downloads folder gets out of control. Gigabytes of stuff like
Yeah,
programs that you've downloaded and then you've installed them, but the installers are still in in your downloads folder. Images you've downloaded, PDFs off of websites because you needed to print it or something. Either file those things or delete them.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It never fails when I've got somebody that works for one of my clients and I remote into their computer to help them with something. And if they're low on hard drive space, I'll go to the downloads folder and I'll sort by size. Usually a Windows computer, and it's like there's 10 of the exact same installer file because they were having problems and they're each
Comma
200
one, comma
megabytes.
two, comma
Yeah.
three, comma four. Yeah.
And so it's one of those things, just take a little time. Like right now in my downloads folder, I've been trying a little bit. I'm at No, I haven't. 1,667 items in my downloads folder.
Holy Toledo.
Uh, I need to do some work on that. I'm mostly doing this whole P.F.A.N.T.S for myself because I'm trying to get motivated to do it. But
The
on your
fans.
files, if you are keeping them, this is a great reminder to back them up because one backup is none backup.
That's right, Nate. You can't move forward unless you back up. Behold the power of backup.
Yes. So on to the next one, apps.
Well, I just wanted to
Apps.
report I have 765 items in my downloads
Oh
folder. So,
wow, you're less than half of mine. So this is something kind of how we got started on this is over the years, and I was trying to look back. I found a couple references to how many apps we have on our phone, and also I was checking something on my computer. I have a ton of apps there, and if you have a low storage iPhone or if you're running out of room, apps is a great thing to get rid of.
Hmm.
But I was looking, and last year on March 29th, episode 381, we checked our app numbers, and Dave, you had 447, and I had 408. And I am, if you'll remember, the week later we went in and checked, and I had gotten rid of some, but I had turned off the offload apps, so I actually had more apps. But I think I might be over 500 now, Dave. I don't know. So
Let's
if
go
you
take a
want to
look.
play along at home, go into settings, and this is where producer Todd gets to chime in with his 15 apps. Settings, general, and then is it about? Settings, general, about on your iPhone, and haha, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Drum roll, please. Nate is currently clocking in with 533 apps. Yes.
Wow, you've got me beat. I've actually gone on an app diet over the
Ooh.
years, although not according to the 412.
Yeah.
I have 285 apps on my
Nice.
device, so keeping it
Yes.
under 300.
Wow. Yeah, that is amazing. And on mine, my decision last year was like, I've got plenty of room on my phone. Why do I need these? And it's like, man, I am a digital hoarder. I
Well,
admit
they
that.
don't hurt anything.
They don't hurt anything. I'm not using them, and it's like, oh well, maybe I might want it at some point. But some of them, I'm sure I've got them on there that I just don't want to ever use again.
Yeah.
And the only time it causes a problem is in September when I get a new phone, and it takes hours for all my apps to transfer and download from the cloud and do all that stuff. But producer Todd's chiming in. I didn't quite realize that all your old text messages, complete with attachment and photos, are also saved. And
Yes.
those images can take up so much space. Yeah,
And
my
they count towards your iCloud storage too.
yes, yes. And I think you can. Like I know when I get a new phone, it doesn't download all of those photos and videos, but they do take up iCloud storage. And he said, producer Todd, drumroll please, he's at a slim 36.
Yikes. Hey,
Although
what
I
was
think
that?
it's about time I get rid of Snapchat since I
No,
haven't opened it in 5 years.
keep Snapchat and add one more so that you have 37 so that you can
That's,
send a screenshot to that guy who collects 37s, that 37 last week. The website, remember that?
oh yeah,
It's like
yeah,
the most popular number ever.
yes,
So there you go.
yes. And I'm trying to figure out my preview has frozen, but everything still seems to be working fine. I
Yeah.
think it's the remote connection to my computer that isn't working at the moment.
Well, the good thing
But
about having two computers is if your Mac crashes, the PC with video will still be going.
yes, yes, that
Is your
is
audio also through the PC?
yes, yes,
Okay.
everything, and then I'm monitoring that on my Mac through a remote connection. So
37
yeah.
in a row is a clerk's reference. See, 37.
Ooh,
Go to
there
that
you go.
website.
Oh man, 37s. Yes, that was our
Clerks, by
bonus
the way.
outtake last week on episode 435. Go check it out. But yeah, so apps, they're not really hurting anything, but if you are low on space, it's a good place to look. The next one is notification in P.F.A.N.T.S.
Mm.
And I there's a couple notifications, and it's usually when I'm doing something else, and it's like some game that I have on my phone that I don't play, and I get a notification on my watch, and I'm like, I don't need this,
Oh, I
or
kill those things.
yes, and I need that. There's a couple of them that I need to turn off. Another one for me, which isn't the average person, I manage a lot of Facebook pages for my clients, and I get notifications for some of them, which I don't need to get those notifications. It's kind of nice to know what's going on with their page if somebody's commenting or mentioning them. But again, I don't need any more distractions in life. We all have so many stinking distractions that it would make plenty of sense to have less notifications. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with putting your phone on do not disturb for a little bit if you need to,
Yeah.
escaping. Like, I'm thinking, I mean, this is not just hey, you need to have less notifications so your battery doesn't die so fast. I'm talking about your personal well-being here too. Less tech isn't always a bad thing. The next one is time. Just we're talking about spring cleaning, but are there things that you could do that would save you time, like organizing something better so it's easier to find something that goes back to files, that goes back to physical, it goes to apps, like organizing your phone screen so that you don't have to scroll 4 pages for the thing you use every single day?
Or what about taking your kids to events? Make them walk. You don't want to
Yes,
waste that time. You could be
yes,
playing video games.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Make your kids walk places. I forgot
Hmm.
to put that in the show notes.
They're probably fat anyway.
Yeah, yeah, true. Next up, our N in P.F.A.N.T.S. is oh, that was
Wait,
notifications.
you're going
T
backwards.
T is time. S is subscriptions. And this one, I was working with a lady on her. She's trying to get iCloud keychain set up so she can manage her passwords. Her
Mm,
email got hacked, and
mm,
it sent an email out to everybody in her contact list. And so
yikes.
she is finally motivated to get all her passwords unique. And we decided on iCloud Keychain because she has all Apple products and mostly uses an iPad. But I was showing she thought she had signed up to pay for 1Password. So the first place I had her go look was on her iPad settings and then clicking on her iCloud icon at the top left of the settings and look at subscriptions to see if she was on a trial for 1Password. She wasn't, but she had no idea where to look for that. So it's just a good reminder. Hey, it's April. You just got done paying your taxes. Think about your subscriptions. Are you using all those TV streaming services? Are you using all those AI services? I'm talking to myself here. Are you paying for any game subscriptions? Do you
Are
have
you
kids?
using all of those domains that you pay for?
Uh, Slowly back in. I need the Homer Simpson. I need like
Yeah,
some bushes where I could just back in between behind the green screen and escape. But yeah,
totally.
domains, anything that you're paying for. Like, yes, I literally had a giant spreadsheet that I was entering every single thing I spent a dime on for my business last year, and it's looking through there, and it's like, man, I really need to slim some of this stuff down. So it's a great time to clean up the money going out the door, the money you're burning.
Hmm.
But another thing, if you have a like Apple Family iCloud account, like if Isla, we've done a couple different game subscriptions and stuff for her. I don't see those in mine; they show up on my credit card, but I have to go on her device and go look at subscriptions to remove those. So just a good reminder to check that stuff.
Hmm. Yep.
And while you're at it, security. I mean, go listen to last week's episode on your digital footprint, but um, just think through: is there stuff you need to clean up on your security? Like Leslie was doing today that I was helping her. She's going through, I think she said she had a piece of paper with 78 different passwords on it for different accounts. She's going to go through,
Okay.
and now she is retired, but she's going to take the time to recreate all those passwords, do unique passwords, and clean all that up and have it in iCloud keychain. So then it's this seamless thing. It was great talking her through it. She's like, yeah, I might not need to have a paper backup of this anymore if it's in the iCloud. And it's like, you're moving. See, even, I mean, I don't know exactly how old she is. I know she's retired and she's willing to put in some time to get this stuff cleaned up. But
Yeah.
so, Dave, those are the P.F.A.N.T.S. What are
P.F.A.N.T.S.
things that you're working on for your spring cleaning out of your
Hmm.
P.F.A.N.T.S?
Well, I have the space here that is very cluttered. If I were to give you a fisheye view, which I don't have any other cameras hooked up at the moment, you would see all kinds of things on this side of the desk, things here, things back here, things on the floor behind me. There are a lot of physical things that I need to take care of.
Yes.
For digital files, I've actually my NAS here has really helped me get
Yeah.
organized with my files because one of the primary issues I've had in the past is, oh, oh, thank you, Apple.
Yeah.
Um, this hard drive's got this stuff on it. Oh, and it's full, but this hard drive is for other stuff, but it has room. So do I need to move? Do I, how do I, but I don't have enough room to move everything. So let's buy another drive. And then pretty soon there's like five different drives with stuff. And it's like, they're not all hooked to my computer at once because I don't have five ports, although I do. But, you know, uh, so you get the idea. And so having a place with a large chunk of storage that is redundantly backed up on device, and I'm still working on part of it is backed up offsite. Um, but it's so refreshing to have a place to put everything. And then I can
Yes.
organize all my files and folders, and it's just that's where it is. So anyway,
Nice. Yes, I need to continue working on those things, taking bite-sized chunks and doing all of it. So hopefully that was helpful. Thinking through that, doing some spring cleaning. Ooh, stack SD cards. Oh
yeah.
yeah, let's not get into the what's on your desk game.
Well,
Uh,
I'm just there's these are
Storage.
all storage devices that
Yeah,
have crap on them that
yeah.
need to
Need,
be
I know
organized.
in duplicates because you copy at one place. You got I yeah.
We'll
I
talk
try
about
to
that
keep that
later.
stuff.
That's a
Ooh,
that's a good
nice.
tease.
Well, in that case, let's talk about things later with Dave's pro tip of the week.
So I tried to get my iPhone to hook up to the machine, and all the best I could do is my old iPhone, and it doesn't have the stuff I need on it, so makes me mad. So we're gonna do the old show and tell again. I did order a future pick of the week. Um, a Gotta log in here. A, a matte screen. See how glossy
Oh,
that
yeah.
is?
So it wouldn't have all the glare.
Yeah, and I didn't do it just for this, but I did it for my eyeballs. But
Yeah.
uh, anyway, we've covered this before. But when you told me we're going to focus on spring cleaning this time, I thought this is a perfect opportunity to remind people in Apple Photos. If you go to albums, now this is if you're running probably 16, 17. I don't know if it goes before then, but they have special folders or library, I'm sorry, albums that they've created. And one of those is called duplicates. So I'm in Apple Photos, I'm in albums, and there's duplicates right there. I'm too close. There
Yeah.
we go. Duplicates right there. So when I tap duplicates, you'll notice I have some duplicates. One is
Yeah.
producer Todd with his
Nice.
Vision Pro, and another one is just a security camera footage that I had.
Yeah.
There were many others, but I wanted to leave a few. So if you're concerned about storage space and you have thousands of photos, go into the duplicates and see maybe you've got gigabytes worth of duplicate video files or uh, images. I go through there regularly, so I don't have a lot. But once you discover one, you just tap the merge button and it'll put them together. Now you might be saying, what if one's like a high res and the other one's like a thumbnail? Is it going to keep the thumbnail and get rid of my high resolution? Well, my friends, it says duplicates are classified both as exact copies that may have different metadata, as well as photos that appear to be the same, but may have unique resolutions, the formats, or other slight differences. And I've done some more reading on this. The algorithm tries to pick the best quality image if it's going to merge it. And it'll be relatively evident if the images are not identical. They do show, it's difficult to see, but they do show the size. Let me do this here. It does show like 1.4 megabytes and 428 kilobytes. So this one is the larger photo. That's the one it's going to keep, and it's going to get rid of this one. So that's the idea anyway. So if you have a bunch of duplicates in your photos, get rid of them. You don't need them.
Yes. Yeah. And I'm in there doing that now. There's some older photos from like 2018 where it's popping up some duplicates there, some older. So I think it's always kind of continuously
It'll find
processing
new ones, yeah.
through
And I
that.
recently imported a bunch of photos from Google Photos, and so some of those were already in my library, and so it put them all as duplicates in there. So you don't really have to be in, you don't have to really worry about it. It's like, oh, I might have to go through every photo. No, just import them
Yeah.
all and then go
Yeah.
through the duplicate finder.
Yes, and you can at the top of that window,
Mm-hmm.
you can select all if you scroll through there and
Yes.
everything want to be merged, so that that
Yeah.
can save you a lot of time. That is a great tip to help with the P.F.A.N.T.S.
P.F.A.N.T.S.
Woo,
Wait,
woo.
P.F.A.N.T.S.
Yes, yes, indeed. Well, it is on to everyone's favorite segment, just the headline.
All right. I didn't have time before the show, so give me one second
Okay,
here
put the
to
driveway camera.
driveway cam here. Okay, we should be good here in 1 second. Don't look. Don't
Oh,
look.
oh,
Ah,
yeah.
there we go.
So many
There's the right
cameras.
camera.
Oh, there's the
There
drive.
it
Oh,
snaps
there
into
we go.
place.
The empty driveway.
There it is. The lady's off.
Chilly spring eve. Okay.
I have a
Well, with
backyard camera now too that
oh, nice.
someday we should look at that. See a squirrel.
Yes. Get some nature.
Yeah.
Well, let us get to just the headline. Apple alerts users in 92 nations to mercenary spyware attacks.
Taylor, oh, thank God. Taylor Swift songs return to TikTok.
Woo. Walmart will deploy robotic forklifts in its distribution centers.
Microsoft starts testing ads in the Windows 11 start menu, and everyone said they don't like that.
No. The Motion Picture Association has big plans to crack down on movie piracy again.
Nope. Chechnya is banning music that's too fast or slow. Author's
Yeah.
comment. Please read
So,
this article. It's very insightful.
yes, yes. And last but not least, computer scientist wins Turing Award for seminal work on
Just like the
randomness.
topics on just the headlines.
Well,
That was good stuff.
okay. On to our takes of the week. And this first one, we were talking, what was it, a couple months ago, maybe at CES, right around CES, the company Humane
Yeah.
announced their AI pin, this pin with a little projector that you shine on your hand, you can control things, or it's basically
Yeah.
the whole idea was to so you don't have to use your phone. You've got this device where you can do all kinds of things. Well, it has gotten into the hand of tech reviewers, and I linked to the one from The Verge, David Pierce, I believe it
hmm
was,
I watched
over
most of the
there.
video until I had to come home. So,
Yeah, and I watched MKBHD, Marquez Brownlee. He's actually getting uh, quite a few miles out of this one because he did his review and he basically called it the worst product he's ever reviewed
wow,
for
that's
now.
saying something.
Yeah, so people are like saying, "Oh, did you just kill Humane?" And then the debate comes up of, well, is it a bad review or a bad product that kills a company? Because I don't know if we talked about it, Fisker, which is electronic vehicle manufacturer,
Wait, did did you say P.F.A.N.T.S.S?
Fans, not Fans, Fisker. They made why electronic vehicles. There's a better name for them, EVs.
EVs.
And he tested one, and he had so many problems, and their stock tanked after that. Well, their stock was already tanking, so he's kind of getting blamed on these two reviews as killing these companies. But
Hmm.
I watched a
Well,
couple
maybe they
videos
shouldn't
on
make sucky products.
the AI pin. It's just weird. Like one of the things is you can make phone calls and send texts with it, but it's a completely separate phone number from your phone.
Yeah.
So then you have like this completely different set of communications. The some of it's just janky. It's got the battery, like you can't see the projector and any kind of bright lights.
I
The AI
somehow got on the
stuff's
wrong
wonky.
video. Sorry.
So I think it's $700, and then you pay a monthly fee because it has its own cell service. But really, I mean, it's just you can take pictures and videos, but the quality isn't great. It's uh, there's potential for this type of product, but
Hmm.
the Humane AI Pin. If anybody out there bought one, let us know.
It's
But
$800
yeah, yeah. So I'm guessing none of our listeners purchased one of
or
these.
seven. I'm sorry. It's only $700. I price
700
anchored you
plus
there.
the
Sorry about
monthly fee. But
that.
yeah, I really
Yeah, that
I
sums it
said
up.
from the beginning I don't see the use from this. I kind of like having my phone
I
and
think
having
it's
the
cool.
watch.
Here's why I think it's cool. What's a show that I enjoy watching?
Star Trek.
And what do they have? They have the
There,
little computer on
yeah,
their chest, their
yes.
communicators.
If they would have shaped it like the Star Trek, like the original Star Trek ones,
Yeah,
you would have been tempted.
I would have bought it. Easy. They could have charged 1,000, and it'd
Yeah,
be like, Commander Data, please meet me in my ready room, and then Data would come in. It'd be great.
yeah, that would be great. But yeah, so the AI pin, the reviews are out, and none of them are great. Next up, if you were thinking about buying a new Mac computer from
Hmm.
Apple this year, I would say wait. Mark Gurman over at Bloomberg, who gets all the scoops, the guy that I think is in a child of Steve Jobs, which is how he gets all his scoops, or somebody in Apple management in his child support is getting Apple leaks. But anyways, he says new M4 chips with an AI focus are going to be released later this year.
Hold on
Now,
a second. Hold on a second.
yeah,
So you're telling me Apple made the M1, and then 12 to 18 months later they made the M2,
yes,
and then they recently, back in I think September, released the M3, and
yep,
and you're telling me that this year they're going to release the M4 chip.
yes,
How does this
yes,
guy know this stuff? How
yeah.
does he? Is he a witch?
He
What is
is. He
happening?
is. His track record's amazing at knowing they're going to release stuff every year.
I
But yeah, the AI, the onboard AI stuff is really the big change in these new chips. I'm sure they'll be a little bit faster and all that. But
well, I hope.
Apple, we're thinking they're going in big on AI stuff this year. And if they can, they're going to try to do it on device for privacy reasons. So
Well, I
we'll
hope
see
that
what
they come
comes
out
this
with the
fall.
M5 just so that Mark is wrong. They're like,
They just skip one.
yeah, they're like, we don't want Mark to be right every time.
Yes.
Everything gets the M4. It's going to be in desktops, MacBooks, uh, Apple Watch, Vision Pros, everything. Who knows?
Everything. Every AirPods. They'll jam
AirPods,
it
yeah.
everywhere. They'll
Mice,
jam.
Apple mice will be in
Yes.
these guys.
Perfect. Why not? Why
Oh,
not? The
well,
DVD, USB DVD player that they still sell in the Apple
coming to an
stores.
AirTag near you.
Yes. M4
M5.
chips, M5 chips, M6s. Yeah, so yeah, hold off if you're planning on buying a new Mac. It might be worth waiting until the end of the
Just
year. I don't
bought
even
one.
think they haven't even rolled out all the M3 line yet. Maybe they're going to cut that short and then just get to the M4, or in Dave's mind, the M5 faster.
Hmm. Well, I'm
But
waiting for the M5.
yes, do it, do it. It is that time of the month. We
Oh,
just had Patch Tuesday,
oh,
and the headline this week is April's Patch Tuesday brings record number of fixes.
yay! I just turned up
So,
the volume somehow.
yes, yes. So, from Krebs on Security, if only Patch Tuesdays came around infrequently, like total solar eclipse rare, instead of just creeping up on us each month like the man in the moon, although to be fair, it would be tough for Microsoft to eclipse the number of vulnerabilities fixed in this month's patch batch, a record 147 flaws in Windows and related software.
Wow.
100. He got quite clever with his eclipse and
Yeah, I did.
references in there. He's trying to get some clicks here, but
Other
yeah, 147.
other operating systems don't even have 147 lines of code in them. They have
Yeah.
more flaws.
Yes. Oh man. And scrolling down the article, Adobe released 9 patches
Hmm.
in some of their products, and I don't
What did
see.
Apple? Yeah, where's
Yeah, I
Apple?
was looking in the article. Let's do a quick. No, not a Apple. He
Fat
didn't
patch.
mention Apple this time, so maybe they didn't have any updates this month.
No updates.
But yeah, so Microsoft, that takes us back to our P.F.A.N.T.S. That keep your stuff updated
Hmm.
to keep it secure. P.F.A.N.T.S. I just like saying that one.
It's good.
Uh, well, let us move on to our bonus odd take. We've got another entry from our buddy at Neal.fun. I came across this one. It is Neal.fun slash who was alive.
Yes.
And by default, it comes up with the year 1800. And you can scroll through a bunch of famous people, how old they were in
Hey.
1800. But you can choose a more interesting, let's choose 1984,
Okay,
the
but hold on.
first year.
I have to mention
Yeah.
that Charles Babbage, one of the fathers of computing, was 9 years old
Oh,
that year.
wow.
Yeah, so
Nice.
there he is. It inspired the father of computers. There he is. Nice work, Chuck. All right, what number?
Chucky. Let's do 1984, the year
19.
Apple or the Mac was released. And you can see, and at the beginning of the list, it starts with the younger famous people. You can kind of see, and it's people that you expect. Like the first one's David Bowie, was 37 years old. But
Hmm.
you want to kind of get down to the end to see the older people, like Orson Welles was 69. The oldest one they have on here was Hirohito was 83. I don't. Salvador Dali was 80 years old in
Oh, wow. Yeah,
1984.
Hirohito, the last emperor of Japan, I believe. So he and Dali were contemporaries. I did not know that.
Yes, so it is interesting to kind of look through and just get that perspective of who was alive at a certain time.
I mean, there were more people alive than the 40 people on this
Well,
page. I mean, there
yes,
were
yes, he's
billions, but uh,
famous, famous, more maybe notable characters than the average. Like you and I were both alive in 1984.
yeah.
But
Wait, hold on a
yes,
second. I'm trying to type 2024 and it doesn't work.
they'll only go up to 2000.
2023? Who was alive in 2000? No. Who's
Yeah, it only go.
alive? I think only in the 1900s. Who's
Ah,
alive in 2025? Will I still be alive?
yes, yes.
I did
Uh,
also try to do negative like 500, and some of those worked. Well, I don't think the negative works.
oh, so
It's
it
just
takes you down to
500
500
BC. Or did it change?
AD.
Hold on a second. Oh, it does change.
Oh,
Oh, okay. So negative 500. Oh, and get this one. This was funny. Who was alive in one? Of course, Jesus Christ was 5 years old in one because he was really born in 4 to 6 AD,
mm,
even though you would think.
BC,
No, he was born
AD.
AD. Anno
Ah,
Domini, the year of our Lord Jesus Christ, started at 0, was supposed to be his birthday,
no,
but they miscalculated. So he was actually 4 to 6 years old. It says it right here
nice.
in the Wikipedia article if
Oh,
you look at it.
there you go. So I pulled up interesting 1952, which is the year my parents were born. And when I scroll down to the end of the list, two ones that or a couple that I find interesting that when they were born, um, Winston Churchill was alive, Albert Einstein, and Pablo Picasso. I thought
Mm-mm.
Picasso was much
No,
further in history than
no,
that.
that's a misconception. He's a very
Yeah, he
new
died in
new artist.
73. So, but yeah, just a fun little thing if you want to do some little history poking around to see who was alive. Helen Keller was 72 years old
Walt
when my
Disney was
parents.
50, 51.
Whew,
Huh.
So, yeah, Dolly.
Chairman Mao was 59.
It's amazing. Anybody that like lived before you were born just seems like it was ancient history. So,
Here's another
uh,
thing. I did not realize that J.R.R. Tolkien and Mao Zedong were contemporaries.
yeah,
That's interesting. I
it is.
kind of feel like Tolkien was older, but no. But no.
Oh, yes. And producer Todd did drop a hashtag MPT in the chat for Microsoft Patch Tuesday. Thank you
Mm,
for adding that in there. You know what else we're going to add in here?
what's that?
Our picks of the week and my green screen microphone.
You need to get a different
Yes.
colored.
I'm going to have Isla paint that pink or purple for me.
Wait a minute. Why didn't my link? What? So I had a link in the show notes
For your
um,
pick of the week.
for my pick of the week, but it didn't translate
Take
over to um, like
text.
well, like I pasted it in at work, but it didn't.
Oh, didn't save.
Yeah, what the heck? That's okay. I mean, there's Google. I'm desperately trying to. Holy cow! Hold on a second. There we go. I want to make sure I have the right link because we don't want to screw this up because this is important stuff. Well, you remember I was talking earlier about duplicates for your photos. That was a
Yeah.
thing. Well, I feel like we've talked about this before, but I couldn't find it in our history. Um, if you want to find duplicates on
Mm,
your computer or now on your iOS devices, it'll
yeah.
search through your photos. I don't know if it does files, but it does photos, just like the built-in one. This goes a little bit deeper, and it's called Gemini, and they're on
Oh,
version 2. It's been out for years.
yeah.
Um, but you put on your computer, it's part of SetApp, which we've
Oh,
talked about
yes.
before. So if you have SetApp, you already have it. But Gemini, I have it on my computers, and it sits there. It's actually not on this one, so might want at work. But you can set it to just always scan stuff, and it'll give you a little report like, hey, you've got duplicates of Rick Ashley's Never Gonna Give You Up, or some PDF of your taxes, your 2023 tax report. You got 12 copies for some reason,
Yeah.
and it gives you an opportunity to delete them. So, anyway,
Yes.
Gemini is a great way to clean up your system. So, Mac and iOS only.
Yes.
That's my pick.
I like that one. I have it through SetApp, which previous pick of the week, the best. If you have a Mac computer and you need apps or you need different utilities, SetApp is a monthly subscription, and I use apps from it. I will use a couple apps from it right after we get done with the show to download
Hmm.
the YouTube video with Downey and all kinds of good stuff in there. Okay, well, my pick of the week this week, Dave, I texted you a video that I created,
Yes.
and last night I was sending you and producer Todd some songs that were created with AI. There's a new service called Udio. It's like audio without the A at the beginning, and it is an amazing and currently free. It's in beta right now. AI music generator, and much like ChatGPT or any of the image generation things, you just type in a description. You can pick some genres, and it will create you a song. So, from looking at the analytics, not many people saw the post that I did today using one of these songs. I'm wondering if the different social medias are throttling how many Udio songs are getting posted because I did put hashtag Udio on there.
Okay.
Um, just because it's only been out less than a week. I think it was last Wednesday when they released it, but it is phenomenal. The songs, I mean, I created last night just sitting there like 50 different songs. You put in a prompt, it'll create two different versions. Then you can change it up a little bit. You can remix, you can extend. So it makes you about a 30-second clip at first. Um, but you just put these prompts in, and I mean, you would not be able to tell this from a regular song. You could easily create a radio, and a lot of people are having a lot of fun with this. But it is I mean, it is amazing what it can do. Did you get a chance to play with it at all, Dave? I know you're furiously trying to get the video there for me,
Well,
I
I have
think.
it in my web browser, but oh, actually, let me see if I can turn on the sound for the web browser. I think I have it
Uh,
turned down. That's the only thing. Oh, yeah, I
yeah,
have it
so and I
muted.
used previous pick of the week, CapCut, to make a little video, and CapCut transcribed the lyrics nearly perfectly and put them in there with the cool little animation
Well,
with
should we
some of the
listen
short
to it?
lyrics. But yeah, let's go ahead. This is a song I created specifically for this episode of the podcast.
Not your show. That's the way.
And I'm
Boot up.
hearing.
Clear the cache.
Hopefully,
Begin
it's
the
coming through in the
play.
feed. It's not coming through for me.
Don't hoard those files. Fresh, get
Oh, yeah,
leaner.
you probably can't hear it. I can hear it.
Get keener. Don't just swipe on by that update in your settings. Don't tempt fate.
So it sounds kind of like
It's the
the theme
Not
song
Nerd
to
Show.
some TV show.
Toolkit ready. It's time to rock,
Yeah,
nerd.
it's kind of a. I think I went with like a pop punk type thing for it, but you can do oldies, you can do country. I was playing around with some different ones. It was a little harder to like because you can use your own, you can write your own lyrics and then it'll make a song. But I had it just generate lyrics. But I had to try a couple times to get a prompt to get it to specifically say "Not Nerd Show" in the song.
Hmm.
Um, it was close, but I mean, it is unreal. I suggest everybody go try out udo.com. It's super cool.
And Todd, can you let us know if you were able to hear that in the chat?
Yeah, hopefully.
While he's doing that, let's take a look at the UDO website.
Yeah, yeah. So you sign up for an account, but then you get it's something ridiculous like 1,000 songs per month free right now. They don't even have a paid option. It's just the free option. I couldn't get it to work where you can create. It's supposed to kind of create a square little video with some animation to it with your song, but I wasn't able to get that to work, and I saw some other people. Oh, yes, we heard it.
Cool.
Producer Todd said so. Yeah, it's just mind bending how quickly this AI stuff's moving. And if I was in the music industry, especially the jingle industry, I would be a little frightened at this point. But yeah, I created. Let's
Oh,
see if I go into
hang
my
on. We got action on the driveway cam.
woo
Oh,
neighbors. Luckily, they're hiding behind your face if there's any.
no, it's my daughter. Oh boy,
We
maybe
don't.
I shouldn't be showing
Yeah,
this.
covered up with. I don't know if you have consent to show her saying goodbye to her gentleman friend there. But yeah, last night I made probably 20 songs just trying out different stuff. I made some for Dr. RIP VHS's channel, and I thought to use like make it like an 80s theme song
Hmm.
and different stuff like that. But really, really cool program,
Yeah, I've not
UDO.
tried this. This is incredible. And
Yeah,
the artwork is cool too.
yeah, yeah. It's got good stuff. There was one of mine that I had it like you can have it AI generate an album art for your songs. So that's what people
Right.
are doing, and you can browse through. You can create songs, and then you can publish them, which will then let other people check them out. I don't know. I'm going to scroll through mine. I published a couple of them, but I didn't put a whole lot of effort into it. So I,
They're going to drive
well,
away here in a second, so I had to put up the web
yes, get some actual car movement
or
on the
the
driveway
Ys, I
cam.
mean. Come on, drive away. You're loitering. You're blocking two driveways. Come on.
Yes.
Well,
Well, while they get ready to drive away, let us move on to our Ramazon pick of the week. And we love it, notpicks.com. We do have the giveaway going. We've got,
yeah.
I've one of these cables. I've got mine out of the box here with all the different connectors, the Swiss Army knife of keychain cables right there. So many options. All you have to do, go to notpicks.com and find a product that you know something about. Click on it on the site. You can write a little review of it there, give it a star rating, whatever you want to do. And anybody who does that will be entered to get uh, this cable. So you have till next Monday, which would be the
Oh,
22nd, to
what am I doing here?
get that comment in there.
I got the
Dave's going
process. What did I
web
do?
crazy. But this week's Amazon purchase, I can go through the
There
anonymous
we go.
reports. And there's something my wife wanted me to clarify for people that she said I'm not always clear on. Even if you don't need one of our products, it helps us if you just go to notpicks.com and click on an Amazon link before you shop on Amazon.
Yeah.
So it just takes you an extra couple seconds to go to notpicks.com, then to Amazon, then do your buying. It doesn't cost you anything, but we do get some commissions and they reward us the more we sell on there. But the Amazon purchase this week, there's a link in the show notes. If you click on the Amazon purchase, somebody, was this you, Dave? Phone screen protector for Apple iPhone 13 mini, tempered glass edge full coverage. Yeah, it was funny. You mentioned
No,
earlier you were buying your mat for your old phone, but
I
that's
just
an
bought
even
that
older
today, though.
phone. But for the 13 mini, somebody is getting some tempered glass screen protectors, $2.99 for a 3-pack of these bad boys.
It could have
There,
been my
so
buddy Kurt, maybe. I don't know if he listens to the show, but I think he's got one of those. Oh, there we go.
are they? Oh, we
Are
got
they?
the car out of the way.
Yeah,
Do you get HOA board credits for pulling up the driveway cam while you're on the podcast? You
I
should.
should, but
That should
no.
be extra credits. You should
The
get a discount in your HOA fees for keeping an eye on the neighborhood.
the only thing that I get for being part of the HOA and being on the board of the HOA is it costs me time
Yes.
and effort. That's the only thing I
Uh,
get out of it.
yes. Yes. The holistic cost of being on your HOA. So thank you for whoever bought those screen protectors. If you happen to hear this, let us know how they're working out for you. They've got 4 stars on 36 ratings, but at $2.99, if they only last you a day, those things are worth it.
Yeah,
But
that's a great deal. Mine
yes,
cost more. It was like $13 for two. I'm always scared to get the 1 pack because then you like do it and there's like a hair under it and then you try to
um,
wipe it off and it doesn't work and you're like, I wasted $8. So I waste $13 so I can
yeah,
have a test one.
nice. Very nice. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed the P.F.A.N.T.S, and I'll be excited next week. Or leave us a comment on how you're using P.F.A.N.T.S to kick your spring cleaning. What you're doing, if you have any tips for better P.F.A.N.T.sing
Yeah. And
out
hey,
there.
don't forget to like and subscribe. And
Yeah,
uh, today I went through and there we had 4 likes on our channel.
yeah,
I don't know who would have put all those on there with their
yes,
various
yeah,
accounts.
yeah,
But
and
you too
please,
can like. It costs you
yeah.
nothing.
Yes, yes, and leave a comment. I want to get more comments on our YouTube
Mm,
videos. I try to get in there and make one, but yeah, we're trying to grow the YouTube channel and do more stuff and have more fun with this, and upgrade our setups and try new things. And
you're
if you have an idea for a topic, let us know in the comments, or shoot us a message anywhere. If there's something you would like us to cover, kind of like we've been doing for a while now.
Hey, what maybe you ought to, in addition, now this is on the fly, so you don't have to agree to this, but maybe in addition to making a comment on not picks, if you comment on the show, can you be entered into the
Hey, yeah, we'll do that. If you promise to visit Not Picks, but you just comment on the video, we will
yeah,
enter you in for the giveaway that ends next Monday. So yeah, there's a little motivation
or
to.
here, I'll make it slightly more complicated. If you comment on the not picks product page, you can also comment in the video for a second vote,
Second entry.
the second
Yes.
entry. Yeah.
Yes, and share the anything if you interact with us at all. So currently, producer Todd is the leader for the giveaway next week. But
Because he's the only one.
Yes, we're trying to do more regular videos, more short form because we know that hour plus live show is a lot for people to be able to fit in each
But
week.
people
But
could
we want to
listen to
get
it on a podcast too.
yeah,
I mean,
yes, it's available on podcasts. It's available YouTube, Rumble later.
what?
But yeah, and try to post to our socials, Facebook, TikTok.
Occasionally
We're
on
not a
TikTok.
little bit.
I heard
Yeah.
Taylor Swift's back on TikTok.
Yes, yes, she is. And maybe I'll have to do a video with some Taylor Swift music on it. Instagram.
Maybe. Hey, are
Yes,
we on
all.
Threads, Nate?
We are. I do not go on Threads. I should give you the login info. Do you go on Threads?
I was just on there the other day, just
Yeah.
yesterday, I believe.
I realize the only time I go on Threads is when I'm like in Instagram and I'm scrolling and I accidentally like they'll post threads in there that you might like and I accidentally click on that and it'll take me over to Threads. But
I know the
I
show's
don't
going
live in
long,
Threads.
but we're
Yeah,
on this topic. I changed my photo on Instagram, and it also changed my photo on
Threads,
Facebook. On Facebook. I
Facebook.
Yeah, I didn't want it to change my photo on Facebook. But now I have
That's
this
interesting.
goofy AI generated picture of myself on Facebook where I'm trying to
Nice.
be professional.
Yeah, yeah. Uh,
Anyway, I thought that was stupid. Come
yeah.
on,
That
Facebook.
no,
Idiots.
they've got it all tied very well together. That sometimes that's to the advantage, but sometimes it causes confusion for sure.
Hmm.
Let me see.
All
Oh
right,
yeah,
well,
there's your AI photo there.
sorry for the
Uh,
sidestep.
yes, no, I like it. I like it. Well, thank you to those that joined us on the live show. Those that are watching later, now get out there and check better. The pants,
It's going to catch on. But fans.
pants.